Alright, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Pred's Garage. On today's episode of What the Fuck Are We Doing? Mind my language. We are going to be doing valve lapping. So, let's go into a quick deep dive and a quick little scenario session on what valve lapping is. I will drop a mini little split video on explaining a quick bit of what valve lapping is. And let me show you what the surfaces of the valve seats look like and what we're going to do and then what it's going to look like after. That you guys know how important this is when rebuilding an engine, because you need that. We will be testing it after. I'll show you guys that too, but let's get on to it. Let me zoom in and show you guys. Alright, so essentially on a head you have something called a set of valves. What the valves do is basically opens and closes, let air in and exhaust out. And these are what we call valves. So essentially the valve will seat right in here. I could get it in the hole like that. And it's going to cause a seal in between the the head and the valve. So I will zoom in for you guys. Yes, so the seal right here, or not the seal, the head. Essentially the valve is just gonna seal right in between this and the head of the valve. So essentially the head of the valve, as you can see here, if I zoom in, if I can get it to focus, how the essential lip of the valve looks. This is what we call valve pitting. So essentially soot buildup, or if something does enter your engine, what it does is the carbon buildup around the valve tends to build so much to the point where it starts to eat at the valve. And as you can see, it starts pitting. I don't know if you can see the reflection, but I'll try my best. But the pitting, you can see like where I cleaned it versus the pitting is where the soot is still embedded. Those are little gouges, little divots inside of the valves. So essentially we are just flattening this out so the seal between the head and the valve is 100%. That way it has full closure. That way it doesn't escape gases or it doesn't lose compression on a power stroke on the engine. So that's what valve lapping is. Again, I will drop a detailed video better on what it is, but essentially what it is. So we are going to get to valve lapping. Okay, so we're going to start with the valves. You need something called valve lapping compound. I just ordered it from Primatex from Amazon. It's essentially like a fine grit sandpaper, but in like a gooey liquid version. I'll show you guys. Oh god, that's a lot. So it's essentially looks like wet sandpaper. Is what it is. So put some here. Close this back up so we don't can get it everywhere. And you're gonna need a set of valve lapping or grinding suction cups. There is a specific tool for this, but again, this is just a home build, and I'm not gonna go spend money on something that, let's say, I do once or twice. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. There you go. It's essentially a giant suction cup, and it's just gonna suck onto the back of that. Might need a smaller one. Suck onto the head of the valve like that, and you're just gonna work him back and forth like this. I'll show you guys. So you got your valve. Okay, you're essentially gonna take some valve lapping compound and you're just gonna put a little bit on the edge of the valve like that. Just rub it around, give it a full 360 like that. You don't need to go crazy overboard. There you go. And then put some on the head itself. Put a little bit on there. And then you're gonna set your valve down like that. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That is essentially the valve compound grinding. So essentially you're gonna do like maybe 10 seconds grinding and lift up and rotate like a solid 90 degrees. So let's go. Trying to get a better angle for you guys. As you can hear it fading away, you want to lift up, rotate, and do it again. Lift up, rotate, do it again. We're going to do this around 4 or 5 times. We'll pull it out and inspect. Alright, let's take a peek. Okay, so we're going to pull this off, and then we're going to get a little wipe. Just going to wipe the valve off. Also wipe the head, because you will be using new compound when you do it. I'll show you how this needs to look. So, as you can see, this was the valve. We'll put a quick picture of what it was before, but as you can see how not, I guess frothy you can say, how cloudy it looks. That's essentially the valve grinding compound, but now you can see the clear difference between what it was and how you're slowly etching away and making a flat sealing surface. In comparison, let's look at a bad one. Okay, in comparison, as you can see, the pitting on a one that's worn out, you can see the pitting all over it, versus one that you're valve grinding. You see how smooth it looks now? You just have to get this perfect, and once it's perfect, your valves are basically going to seat to perfection. And if we look here on the head itself, you can see the clear and day between that versus the one right beside it. You see how it's cleaning up? That's what you want it to look like. So I'm gonna keep doing this, and I will come back once it's perfect, because I don't want to bore you guys up with a 3-hour video of how the fuck to valve lap. So we're gonna do a quick zoom through it, and I'm gonna get this one perfect, and I'll come back to you guys. All right, check it out, guys. Just did the first valve. Look at how clean that is. Just perfect. I do got some leftover residue here, so just, there you go. Some nice clean valve seats. And this is the valve itself. Just clean. Perfect. I'm happy with it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lap all these, and we're gonna set it back into the head. And what we're gonna do, I seen a trick a guy was doing on YouTube. I forget his channel, but if I do find it, I'll post it. Essentially, we put all the valves back, and we're gonna fill the head ports right here, each cylinder head, with gasoline, and let it sit overnight. And we'll just come back the next day and see if any gas poured out the ports. Then we know we got a leaky valve and we need to valve lap it more. But yeah, that's it for now. Let's continue. I did a valve lap and clean on all the valves, from the left head bank to the right head bank. As you can see, so clean, so nice. Now what we're doing next is setting the springs, and I did get the Mahal or Mahil or whatever the fuck this is pronounced valve stem seals. We're gonna go ahead, pop those in, and then we'll go on to installing the valve spring. So we're first gonna, I did oil up the valve slides, or whatever they're called, I forgot. So you're just gonna take essentially a valve seal, which looks like this guy, and you're just gonna place it right on top of the valve seal, just like that. I'm gonna give you guys a better clear vision. So it goes on top like that, and essentially you just press down and it should just seat all the way down, just like that. That should be it. It just sits on the surface, so you know, if you can see how it has a lip, that surface, it just sits right on against that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all them in and get back to you guys. Alright, off camera I put all the new valve seals in and drop the valves in, and you can see new seals. Now we're gonna put the springs in. Alright y'all, I'm putting the valve springs back in. So what we do, put the new seal in already, the valves in. We're gonna put the spring and the retainer in there. And here, let me just adjust it for you guys first. So hopefully you guys can see that, yes. Okay, we're gonna turn and we're gonna compress this spring. And then I'll give you guys a close-up on how I install the keepers. Essentially, there are your keepers. I'm gonna grab a little bit of grease. And the wide end is the end that sticks on top. You see a wide end and a short end. The short end goes in, wide end stick tops. I grab a little grease on the screwdriver. Basically pick up the keeper. And as you can see, let me zoom in a bit. There's the valve. So we're gonna go in and you'll see three basically lines you're gonna match the keeper into, and it'll sit there perfectly. Just rotate it a bit. Sorry, there we go. That's the first keeper. You're gonna grab the second keeper. Essentially do the same thing. Just lock it in place. There we go. And both of them are locked in, as you can see. And then when we slowly release the valve spring pull, so we back it off so it starts to decompress. The cone essentially is just going to act as the lock, so the spring of the valve. So when you loosen it, the hole gets closer. Oh, you see how we missed it? So we just got to tighten it back in. Okay, we got to readjust the keeper. Push the keeper in. There we go. Push the keeper back in, and back to loosening it. As you can see, it caught. There we go. Now when we back it off completely, it should just stay in its place and locked in. Here. There we go. Locked in place, as you can see. Perfect. I did all of them already. I just left one for you guys to show. This was a pain in the ass with that tool, so we got it done. All of them are in.